Hey everybody, my name is David Kerbel. I'm the CEO of Rritual Superfoods. First, let me start off by saying Happy New Year to you all. I wish you all a safe and prosperous 2021. We're here today to present Rritual Superfoods, the premium brand in emerging functional mushroom and adaptogenic superfoods. We've got points here to make, and I'll make them briefly, and then we'll move on and cover it in our presentation. But the first thing that we've done is taken advantage of the right time, the right products, the right place, and right now. We've gathered in a team of experienced CPG, health and wellness players with 100 plus years experience in the CPG and wellness space, with brands like Celsius, with brands like Nude Energy, Gaia Herbs, Mega Foods, Nutiva, and Dannon. We've already, in 2021, had retail commitments of over 2,400 stores, which equates to 10,000 points of distribution. Our projections in revenue are based on these stores and the current SKU base, which is our plant-based elixirs, is 8.4 million USD in 2021, 16.7 in 2022, and 25.1 in 2023. With our packaging, with our product, with our herb, adaptogen, and functional mushroom blends, we were named by ECRM in October of 2020 the Buyer's Choice Award for a new and innovative item. We're excited by that. We're also excited by, very recently after that, Whole Foods named functional foods and adaptogens the #1 food trend for 2021. So the opportunity there to create a premium brand within the functional mushroom and adaptogen space is really our point of differentiation. Globally, I'll talk about the big picture here. Globally, the functional food market is about $275 billion and growing. Within that functional food market, there is the functional mushroom piece of it, which is around $23 billion today, growing toward a $34 billion business by 2024. Obviously, what's happening in the world affects everybody, but the items that we've got in the wellness, both in physical and mental fitness space, really add to the fuel to our opportunity here. And we'll get into all the different variants around that. We talk about elevated wellness from the ground up, functional mushrooms. So you see here on the page some of the key hero ingredients we've got, which are lion's mane, and that's really the immunity boost. We've got chaga, which again is immunity and anti-inflammatory. We've got reishi, which is a nice relaxation piece. I take that every night before I go, as we all wind down from a very stressful environment with a lot of different inputs on Zoom, on calls, and these virtual meetings. It's very nice to unplug. But the reality of it is we've taken a different approach to a 2,000-year-old remedy. We've taken mushrooms that are used in medicinal and functional purposes. We've added adaptogens that really supercharge our product and make our product differentiation and allow our consumer base and our retailers and our e-tailers to really choose from something very different in variants. So again, who we compete up against here? I'm going to just move that a little bit. Thank you. We compete up against in the realm of within the functional mushroom and adaptogen and functional food space, Four Sigmatic, Ohm, Moon Juice, and Laird Superfoods. What encourages us as a brand is that these functional mushroom projects and these functional mushroom markets are growing at a rate. And I think by 2025, and sort of the retailers that we're dealing with right now are going to increase by up to $50 billion. So this is exciting for us. Again, the focus on natural wellness, natural ingredients, organic, plant-based. We can go on, and we tick off some very strong pieces here. So like any company, we created a timeline. We started in 2020. We formulated our product, and we'll talk about who formulated that and what her background is. We developed the product line in the packaging. You see in the top corner our stick pack, which is part of our elixir base. And we worked on our brand development. The second quarter of 2020, we maintained and developed significant logistic partnerships and agreements. We signed our first distributor partnership. And then I think what's really important, and it's really key to the retail success that we've had so far, is that we received USDA organic certification. I think it's important to note that because of the team that we've got in development here and the folks that with the experience that we have, what normally takes 6 to 9 months took us 6 weeks. We did everything right the first time. We enabled ourselves as we get this USDA certification of organic and our manufacturing partner, and we'll share into that too, in their exacting standards. It enables us to not only penetrate the US market, but sets us up perfectly for our growth in Canada and our overseas global penetration. Again, in October, we received the ECRM Whole Body and Mind Program Buyer's Choice Recognition. And along with that, we're developing not only the elixir parts of the chaga, of the reishi, and of the lion's mane. We're expanding our base to deal with beauty from within, all again, organic products, all within the superfoods categories, all with specific adaptogens. And then our launch really is that phase 1 within those elixirs. We've begun that. We've already got 2,400 stores and 10,000 points of distribution already in the pipeline. We're rolling out our e-commerce platform, and we believe by the end of this month, we will receive approval to begin shipments into the Canadian market. We've really focused on our compliance. We really interviewed and met with and developed a relationship with one particular contract manufacturer, but their exacting standards and our exacting standards were one and the same. We needed to have our product be USDA certified organic. It is. We needed to be non-GMO certified. We've gone forward there. Why that's important, it differentiates us from our competition and opens doors to retailers really that don't allow non-organic, non-GMO, GMO products, and really open up the pathways to retailers such as Whole Foods, such as Sprouts and what have you, that really hold you to exacting standards. Additionally, with our co-pack manufacturer and our partner here, they are certified in good manufacturing process as well as SQF. So we're really happy with that partnership here. We've also had redundancies built into our system for supply chain. Again, our standards are exacting. It's got to be a 100% organic product, and it is. So we feel great about what we've done so far in 2020 to enable us to have a really successful 2021 and beyond. Within our group here, it's the 3 main pieces here. Chaga, but it's the chaga with our adaptogen, and that's what really sets us apart. So we've got elixir root within our chaga to really boost our immune system. So we've got the benefits of not only the mushroom and the medicinal values there, but we tie it in to that elixir root, that adaptogen, to really give a 1-2 punch. The most important part of all 3 of our items is that it tastes good. We all take products because we have to make us feel better, both physically and mentally. But what was important to us and what we've developed here, and we've got and will be part of our ethos going forward, is really getting our product right the first time. so that it tastes good, it's good for you, and it's efficacious. The second part of our new item launch and our launch here is the lion's mane, the brain booster, that focus that we've got. And again, that's an important base, but how we've changed and adapted that, no pun intended, with adaptogens, is using that rhodiola root to really focus in on that cognitive function and that brain health, while really improving the body's ability to manage stress. And finally, the Reishi Relax. That was actually the winner of the Buyer's Choice Award at the ECRM. And what's important here, and what we're hearing from consumers and what we're hearing from retailers, is not only is reishi a superfood, but we've also added that ashwagandha root and made that part of our package here. Why that's important is that we've heard numerous retailers, numerous consumers say that I've been buying reishi to help me relax, but I've been buying ashwagandha separately here. What we've done is combine the two, make a great tasting product for us all, and again, really serving that consumer desire and need. So we've trademarked this, the world's greatest champion for mental fitness, because as part of a healthy attitude and outlook and way of living, as part of our daily ritual, it's important that we're not only helping the body, but the mind too. So all of our products are developed. All of our products are plant-based to help boost and really create that ritual along with the better living and desire and exercise. All of these products are formulated by Stacy Gillespie. We're going to talk about our team because I think that's really an important asset that we've got here. Additionally, within 2021, we've got the three pillars that we talked about in two different varieties. So we've got 6 SKUs out going into the marketplace. But what's most important about our company and why I'm so excited about it is that we've got a continual pipeline of new and innovative products, all within that healthy wellness perspective, all within that superfoods umbrella, all again in organic, better for you mind and body. So we've got some beauty from within with our collagen booster. We've got mood and energy matcha lattes, powders, and we've got superfood vegan creamers. So by year's end, we'll have 30 plus items in the distribution point. Our mission is to get all of our ritual products within an arm's length of consumer desire. Within our sales and distribution strategy, it's really three-pronged. It's USA, it's Canada, and Asia Pacific. Why? Well, that's really the tie-in that we've got with our really focused marketing campaign. And I'll go back to why we chose the markets we did, because that's where the folks are looking. The highest demand for medicinal mushrooms and superfood products occurs in the US. And I think an interesting part of that, our hero ingredients, the mushrooms and the adaptogens, are searched on Google over 2 million times a month. And we've broken down in our marketing plan and our geo-targeting heat maps to go down all the way to the zip code that's going to enable our retail partners and our e-commerce partners really to focus in on educating and getting the products where the products are desired within the cities, by the zip code, by the town, within the marketplace. So we're really encouraged by that. The second piece, because of our co-packing agreement, our contract manufacturer with Protein Technologies, this is a turnkey scalable opportunity here. So we've already projected 8.4 million in sales in USD for 2021 this year. We're well on our way of hitting that, but we can scale up to do 2 and 3x just with our partner now. As we grow beyond that, as we go beyond 2023 and beyond, A, our partner has more scalability, and B, would be looking for another partner to add to our scalability. So turnkey business, first and foremost, e-com, which we're starting based on all of the good SEO work, based on all of the good homework that we've done as a team and really then focus in on brick and mortar. To take advantage of our launch, we're leveraging and maximizing the team's experience with major retailers and retailers. And here's the team. My name is David Kerbel. I've been in the CPG, consumer packaged goods business for 30 plus years. You know, and I've been this is the third time I've gotten to lead a company and grow it. And I have to say that in 58 years of living and 30 years in the CPG business, this is the most exciting opportunity that I've ever been part of. But we tie that in with Peter, our CMO, Warren, our COO, Stacy, our formulator, Sarton and Scott, and everyone on this team has got multiple years experience in the CPG business and in the health and wellness business. And as friends on this call here and on this presentation, I want to share with you, there isn't going to be any major brick and mortar retailer that you walk down the aisles of the health and wellness or the health and beauty care or the beverage aisle that you won't see multiple products and multiple brands that our team hasn't touched and helped develop. So I think that's really important that we've been there and we've done that. We're all ecstatic to be here. This is an inflection point of our lives and careers. In addition to our team in our inner circle here, we've got a core of advisors with, again, a boatload of natural wellness experience and really helping us formulate and capture the opportunity to bring our products to market, again, within that arm's length of consumer desire. Revenue projections, as we talked about, we did this very conservatively. It only includes the retailers that we've got on board, and it's not even including any M&A, and most importantly, it's not including the pipeline that we talked about before of new SKUs. Doesn't include Canada and does not include Asia Pacific either. So we're talking about in year one, which is 2021 for us on the books, is 8.4 million, 53,000 cases, gross margin and EBITDA. We're looking forward to exceeding that goal. And again, making sure that every step along the way, we're doing what we say. We're walking the talk, as they used to say at Procter & Gamble. And that's it. That's who we are. That's what we are. I'd like to offer you all, if there are any questions and you want to follow up on any of the intimate details, if there are any investors out there that want to chat with me, here's my email address, david@weareritual.com. I'd be happy to walk you through that. But I want to leave you with one that I'm just excited as all heck for. I've been in this business for 30 plus years. I've been doing ECRM, which is, if you don't know what it is in the consumer packaged goods business, it is a fantastic operation. There were 31 retailers that all got together for us here and met with us within the total mind and body wellness, first one ever by ECRM meeting. We won the award for Buyer's Choice, which we really are ecstatic about. So that's where we are. I'll turn it back over to Joe for any questions here, but I thank you for your time. I'm excited as all heck. This is the right place, the right time, the right products, and we're ecstatic to be here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, David. As David said, my name's Joe Gomes. I'm with Noble. Great presentation, really interesting story here, exciting growth opportunity. We're going to start the Q&A session. If you wish to ask a question, please click on the lower right corner of the video window. So David, I guess the first question, I would have, maybe you could provide a little more detail here. So you mentioned in the presentation that the global market on mushrooms is already a $23 billion market. Mm-hmm. And then you were showing some of your projections for this year of 8.5 million and next year 16.7 million in revenues. What's that 23 million currently consist of? How much of that would be, comparable to what, Ritual's products are offering?
Sure, and really you have to thank you for asking that. We're looking at a market right now within SPINS data, our near-term competitors that I shared on previous slides, doing about 300 million in U.S. sales right now in brick and mortar retail. So within SPINS data, whether it's Four Sigmatic, whether it's Laird's, whether it's Moon Juice and Ohm, they're doing collectively around 300 million. In 2021, projected to do around 400 million altogether. Laird's leading that way. So we're looking at a very conservative number on our end of it. We think that we could blow up in a good way with 2 or 3 key more retail partners that we're really already agreements with, and as we go there, I think there's a good chance we exceed those numbers.
Okay, now, and when you talk about growth in the marketplace, maybe you could compare and contrast your product with the 4 competitors that you showed, and is this market just growing so fast that to use the other analogy, the rising tide lifts all boats, so that it's not we have to take market share from these guys today versus, the market is growing so fast, we can come in and we can get our own sales and establish our own brand without having to, fight the 4 existing competitors here that you mentioned for market share.
Sure. Well, there's a couple of factors there, Joe, and it's a great question. The first is that, again, the marketplace is on fire. We're nowhere near the cap on this one. Again, when Whole Foods, which is a pretty solid retailer and they came out with their trends for 2021, and mushroom adaptogens and functional foods are the #1 trending item that they're getting behind this year. I think that's really sets the stage that we're not even close. I think if 10 were a market cap, as it were, and we're at fulfillment, the entire category is at probably a 1.5 right now. And I say that with all respect. Our competitors, there's one doing $100 million. There's another that just went public on that list with a valuation of about $400 million. And that's exciting levels to be at. The differentiation in our product is, again, that blend. Our secret is really in threefold. It tastes great. It's a product that's medicinal mushroom based and functional food based, but we tie that in with various adaptogens that add as that 1-2 punch. And that's a differentiation all to itself. The 4th differentiation is kind of interesting. So 3 of those 4 that we've declared as competitors, 3 of the 4 have already set category expectations. They're in a specific category. They're in the beverage category. We've chosen to be in the wellness regions within our retailers. We've partnered with them. We've talked to them. We've planned this out that we're almost category agnostic. While we're a beverage right now, as it was an elixir that you add to various items, I don't want to be declare coffee or tea because I think that may potentially turn off some of our consumers. So we've got the opening here to be that leader in the premium health and wellness space. I think our packaging stands for itself, but again, that differentiation is that we've got difference in packaging, difference in the location within the store, and I think that's going to draw a lot of retail possibilities. We may even have multiple destinations within the store because we really are applicable to the health and wellness business, in the beverage business, and in the health and beauty care. So I foresee that some of our retail partners have multiple listings of our product. So I think the definitions and variations of our product versus our competition are really important to us. but I think that we're at that 1.5 level. If 10 is success and multi-billion dollars in the United States within the functional food business, within the mushroom and mushroom adaptogen business in the multiple billions, I think we're just starting off.
Right, right. Okay. Thank you for the insight there. Question from the audience, where do you source your chaga fungi from?
Yeah, and they're all organic farms, all organic oak grown on them. So it's a controlled environment. It's not out in the wild. So we do this actually right now all U.S. based too. So organic based, U.S. based, all oak grown, but all in a controlled environment. Great question.
Another question from the group. I heard David speak of multiple distributors. Apologies if I missed it in the slides. I think David mentioned 2,400 stores and maybe also a reference to Whole Foods. Unclear if Whole Foods retail outlets. Can David please confirm whether contracts, supply agreements are established to retail through supermarkets or if these are still at pipeline discussion stage?
Yeah, they're not at pipeline discussion stage. Great question. So, and I want to be clear. I mentioned Whole Foods as it relates to food trends. I won't disclose for competitive reasons who the retailers are, as we're just getting into planograms. But this isn't in the planning or pipeline stages. These are actual agreements with over 2,400 stores in national chains throughout the U.S. So great question. I just want to make sure I'm not confirming or denying Whole Foods, but I used Whole Foods in context for the food trends, but I will share 2,400 stores. I will share over 10,000 points of distribution as of January 20th. I see us exceeding both of those, but the promise we made to each other, the commitments we're making to potential investors and to the trade is we've already got commitments from retailers for 2,400 stores or 10,000 points of distribution. So great question.
And how are you going to get the word out to the end customers? Is that something that you're doing? Is it going to be something with the distributors or your partners? You know, how are we going to get the word out so that people understand, see the product and want to buy the product?
Sure, it's a collaborative effort, but it's our responsibility. And every retailer that we talk to and every e-com site that we talk to recognizes that we're the ones in charge of developing that message and getting that word out and educating our consumers. So we do it in a couple of different ways. Again, I mentioned, and I'll share this top line. I mentioned that the fact that today on Google search, our hero brand, our hero ingredients of functional mushrooms and the key adaptogens that are within our package today are searched over 2 million times per month on Google search. So we're turning that SEO into a marketing plan that's going to really focus our geo-target on the zip codes and on the cities that we're in. It's fascinating when a great plan comes through, guys. We've done this before and we've done it well multiple times with brands. You know, I look at this opportunity, and I'll answer the question in a second, but I look at this opportunity much like Sarton, who's our VP of sales in New England, in the US, and I work together at Celsius. Today, Celsius is a $4.6 billion market cap, a publicly traded company that does very well in the energy drink business. But we really map the same type of strategy out here of really partnering up with the retailers, getting into the right stores in the right cities based on that information that we've got in our market research, and really focusing in a geo-targeted marketing program to blitz those stores, to blitz those consumers within those stores, to drive people into retail. A lot of entrepreneurs and emerging brands think that getting the distribution is the end game. It's not. It's growing the distribution while we have it. So we really made careful and cognitive functional decisions here based on market research, based on great input from our retailers to really fish where the fish are, as I like to say, and really put these products, these hero ritual brands, within the arm's length of desire of consumers. So we're putting them into the right cities. We're going into multiple chains that we talked about. We're not going to go in every one of their stores because every one of their stores don't react and they're not equal within the chain. So we're going in and focusing in on where those real hotbed markets are as we heat map our ritual destination here with our retailers. We're really doing a very careful, researched, and methodical approach. Well, hope that gives you an answer. Thank you.
You mentioned about your manufacturing capability, your partner there, and that you did have some ability to was sales rose for them to cover that, and then at a certain point you would have to look for more capacity. How difficult is it to set up additional capacity if things took off, hopefully even faster than what you're projecting?
Right, and I'll answer it directly. It's a great question. If we hit our 2023 numbers in 2021, we'd still have plenty of capacity at our current manufacturer. So I feel very good about that. But I also feel very, very good about our team. Warren, who is our COO, has got experience with Red Bull, has got experience with naked beverages in Canada, and has done this for 25 years. So I guess my question is this, or my comeback and answer is this, that on a typical team on a newer business, I'd be nervous about because it is a very taxing perspective to go out and get a good contract manufacturer that has all the things and has all of the ethos that we are looking for. Again, that certifications to allow us to do what we do, to make sure that they're organic, make sure that they do the same exacting standards and live up to the same ones we do. But I feel with our team led by Warren, this will not be a challenge. Our current contract manufacturer has capabilities to take us to 23. If 2023 happened in 2021, which we all hope it does, that'd be great, we'd have no issues. They just add on other shifts for us. But as we grow, the opportunity for us, we're already in due diligence right now. As good stewards of the business, we should be.
Right. And you mentioned, M&A, and I'm just kind of curious, when you say that, are you talking about, additional products in this same space? Are you talking about, and I'm not talking, say, that same space, I mean mushroom, or you're talking about, hey, maybe we can go out and go look in some other superfoods, are talking about, firms maybe overseas. I mean, it's kind of like, where's your kind of strategy on that M&A section?
Yeah, again, great question, Joe. So I think that there are guiding principles within that. So let me just say this. We would not be looking outside of the superfood space. We're not restrictive to medicinal and functional mushrooms. That was our starting point, and we really feel great about the space we're in. Well, we'll go about within the superfoods, natural, organic. It's got to be better for you. It's got to be a better alternative than what's out there today. It's going to taste great. Those are our guiding principles. But if we can look at a creative mergers or acquisitions, we certainly will. But again, it's got to be within our ethos and our strategy here of who we are and what we are. A better for you functional product that improves your lives on a day in and day out basis. Again, part of that daily ritual. Superfoods, health, wellness, open to any geography or that we can certainly seek out partners for. So I hope that answers it, Joe. But really, the door's open within the strata of superfoods, of natural, of better for you, and really, again, creating that function that does something better for your mind and body.
Okay. I got another one from the audience. They say, I see mention on the Rritual website of an upcoming IPO. Aside from any existing Series A or Series B funding, are you currently traded on any OTC exchanges, or will the IPO be the first opportunity for non-high net worth retail investors to come on board?
Yeah, and I'm going to generalize on this one and say that we're open for all opportunities, and we're still considering all of our options. And if that investor or that questioner wants to email me directly at david@weareritual.com, be happy to answer that directly. But today we're considering all of our options. Everything's on the table for us.
Okay, fair enough. And we're coming up against our time here, so one last one for you. I'll make it an easy one, okay?
Oh, good.
From the audience, can you address those who are allergic to mushrooms?
Yeah, you know what we'll do here is, it's a great question. I'd like to take consideration on that in terms of whether you're allergic or not. I certainly am not a doctor. I'd recommend you talk to a doctor specifically. Our ingredients are very clean, so it's very easy. I'd strongly recommend taking a deep dive into what the ingredients are. Be happy to. Again, on our website, we have what they are, but I don't want to suggest, I'm not a medical doctor. I don't play one on TV. I'd really rather you go to your doctor specifically. I thought the question was going to be, does it taste like mushrooms? And let me end on that one if I might. The answer is it's got an earthy taste, but it's not an overpowering mushroom taste. And much like we didn't want to declare being a coffee because we didn't want to take away from potential consumers' desires that don't drink coffee, there are a lot of folks out there that don't love the taste of mushrooms. So it isn't, pardon me for making up a word here, it isn't a mushroomy taste. It's a healthy taste. We've actually got bitter blockers within our natural bitter blockers within our formulation that Stacy Gillespie put together, that when you take this with oat milk, I take it with coffee, with oat milk or tea or water or in a smoothie, you don't have that overpowering mushroom taste.
Great. Well, David, this has been very, very informative, and I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy day to present at NobleCon17. I think this is a really interesting space here, with a lot of possible potential here, as the whole industry moves towards a healthier food organization and orientation. And we look forward to seeing additional growth from the company and more reporting from the company as you go forward in your journey. Thanks again.
Thank you, Joe.